We all know Chinese like pork. For the entire world pork trade, how much would that equivalent to China's consumption for a year? Entire world's trade for pork. Take a guess. Anybody want to give me an answer? I know some of you guys are from the food industry. Okay, yes, please. 1.5 times of China's consumption. You are right, but 1 digit wrong. The entire world trade consumption is equivalent to 1.5 months of China's pork consumption. The consumption for meats being jumping up. It's about 20% up. In the urban population for pork consumption, in the rural sector, it's about 40% between 1990 and 2012. That's actually an understatement. If you look at the beef, if you look at the lamb, much, much bigger. The meat consumption in China has been exploding. Everybody knows about that. Things less known is that while the Chinese demand for protein is still growing rapidly, the younger generation is more interested in getting exposed to a regular vegetarian diet. And that actually is very important because this is where the new consumer army of China, these are the center of the new consumer army. We're going to touch this in a minute. This is not quite to the millennium kind of a diet for people like in UK, but China is getting there. And the point here is China is big. If China moves, the world moves. Now, let's think about the demand side. The center of the Chinese consumer army is also quickly shifting from those born in the 1950s, 60s, and 70s to those born in the 1980s, 90s, and 2000. They are very different. Their parents' generation loved to have LV bag, Ferragamo shoes. Loved to have a meat because during Chairman Mao's time, the parents never had enough meat. Like me, so I couldn't quit. I couldn't be a straight vegetarian even now because I need meat because when I had my childhood time, I didn't have enough meat. The younger generation never seen the heydays. Their behavior is very different from their parents' generation. Instead of having an LV bag, they'd rather make their own handmade bag. This is a generation with a lot more confidence, self-conscious. They love the experience instead of materialism. They're willing to try new things. As the younger generation leads the drive in a new way to consume, it's the challenge for everybody sitting here to educate them. And that's going to bring a huge social impact. And that's going to improve the health for them. And that would have a major impact to the global consumption. Thank you very much.